I get to fly today, and because I'm flying, I'm doing some Ayurvedic tips to take care of myself so that I stay in balance for my trip and I also feel good on the other side and ready to go. So I'm going to share what I'm doing today to take care of myself. So the first thing when flying is to hydrate. I love this coconut water. It's got no additives or stabilizers in it. And I'm actually making a dal. So it's a light soup made with mung beans. And here I'm just getting the onions ready, which is the base. And you can see in here I have cumin. And the cumin's really great because it helps with the vata. And I'm cooking this in ghee because ghee helps ignite your fire. And this is what mung beans look like in the jar. And I'm going to be making this for my pre-meal to go flying because it's easily digestible. It won't mess up my stomach so much, and I'll be able to have regular bowels and movements on the other side. Now what I'm doing is just putting some oil on my body to also help calm the vata in my body so that when I fly, the air dosha doesn't get too overwhelmed. So I'm putting this oil on, and then I'll take a shower, get it off, and I'll be ready to go to the airport. Here's my finished lunch. A delicious, nutritious, lightly digestible lunch right before I get on my plane to keep my belly happy. I made it to the airport, and the first thing I did was go and ask for some hot water from someone nearby, well, the store nearby, and now I'm adding some fresh ginger in there, and there's a little bit of fennel because my knife had fennel on it, but the ginger is gonna help keep your stomach nice and warm with that heat, keeping your digestion strong, and it will help keep the body warm during the very vata-provoking plane flight. So I'm lucky enough to be in a terminal where there is a yoga room. I'm gonna do a quick yoga sequence. It'd be good for everyone to hold for a little bit each pose. I'm gonna go quickly just so it can be on this video, but it will keep your vata in check and keep your body nice and limber for the flight. You can start doing your child's pose, just reaching forward and getting those hips back to your heels. And then after you settle into that, you can come back up and you can do a spinal twist. And you want to look over the shoulder, and you want to make sure that you do both sides. And the last pose, to make this nice and quick for you guys, is you're going to put your feet forward, and you're going to just lean on forward and do that seated forward bend. All right, everyone, time for the flight. So I made it to my destination safe and sound. I'm super excited to be here. And the first thing that I did when I got here is because it's late at night, it's actually 11:30. So I need to reset my body clock to waking up on the time zone that I'm at. I've made this warm cup of milk. I used almond milk. You can use almond or coconut, or you can use dairy milk. And I actually have some nutmeg that I packaged for myself that I brought. And I'm going to mix in a little bit of this nutmeg into here. You can use about 1/4 of a teaspoon or some good pinches. And I'm gonna mix that in, and that's gonna help me sleep, regulate my brain hormones, serotonin, dopamine, and it'll also help with any kind of headache that you might have from traveling.